Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. What is the Monday painting video and what's it all about? Well, the Monday painting video is essentially a pile of shame painting video, but the model or models in question are voted by you guys, my viewers, from last week's Wiki Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. In that video, I show you a host of models and you guys vote on what you want to paint for Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so there's 3 models have a vote each this week. So there's going to be a dice roll. We have the Tyranid winged winged hive tyrant. We have the alternative sculpt for the Keeper of Secrets, and we have the Hellblaster Space Marines squad. So I'm going to move all these out of the way and do a dice roll. Right, so 1 or 2 is going to be the winged hive tyrant. 3 or 4 is going to be the alternative sculpt for the Keeper of Secrets, and 5 or 6 is going to be the Hellblaster guys. So 4. So it's going to be the Keeper of Secrets, which is interesting. She's prime ready to go. So I'm going to get her back down here and start getting colours ready on the wet palette. Right, so I'm going to start with some Baroque Noir Burgundy. Probably butcher that name, but that's what I'm going to start with. Now, one thing with this alternative sculpt is the arms are very, very flimsy in place. The connection point is very, very low and very weak. I was actually thinking of getting some 1mm wire, just wrapping it around and gluing it onto the actual model itself, but we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to colour all of the skin. So all of the arms, all of that, including her face. And her legs. As you can see, where I sprayed the base to seal the wooden, it's a wooden base. I've got part of her leg, part of her foot, but that's cool because that can stay as it is. So I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of her. Right, so next I'm going to come with a very old paint, Leech Purple. I don't know what the equivalent of it is today, so if someone knows, chuck it below. But I've also noticed she's already lost an arm. Because what I said, the connection point is very, very weak for these, very, very small. So I'm getting this here. Okay, so there's meant to be another arm coming down here. So what I'm going to do is, not now, but later on, I'll super glue a plastic arm into there. Just to give an extra sort of killing look. What I'm going to do with this Leech Purple is I'm going to come in and I'm going to get all of her robes. That's an amazing purple. I forgot to get her legs. I'll go back and get her legs in a sec. Now I actually had 2 of these amazing sculpts, but the other one, such a big model, the other one has actually lost a lot of arms. So I need to fix her together off camera, you know, and then paint her separately. Anyway, I'm going to sort the legs as I've got the legs and carry on with the rest of the robes. And then come back to you for the next colour. Sorry guys, I thought I'd stopped filming, but I hadn't. So there's probably 30 seconds or so of me of just the table. So I do apologise about that. Now I'm going to come with Juku Violet. It's a shade. What I'm going to do with this lovely colour is I'm going to get all of these claws. Such a huge model. It's difficult to get all of it on camera. I also have to be careful with this shade because it will try to run down, you know, bits like this on the model. I know some of you are going to say, oh, it's a lot of purple there. But then when we go to take it beyond Battle Ready Standard, it will make, are we doing things to break all that up and make it really, really pop really well. So whilst I'm waiting for all of that to dry, what I'm going to do is look for another claw arm to go in there, probably from the Demonette's sprues, I'd imagine. That'd probably be a safe bet to go for. In particular, I'm thinking of the Allurus, which is the sergeant for that unit, because she has the biggest sort of claws. And if I find it, then I will super glue it on there and then paint it black and then start doing the same thing as what I did to this. Well, I'll come through and let you know what I do, because obviously this is an alternative sculpt, so it's absolutely fantastic, beautiful model. But that's the only issue I had, and when it was printed, you know, I printed 2 legs, the body, and then 2 sets of arms, and by the time I actually started putting it together, I realised, oh, hold on, the point of connection was very weak. So I was going to get some 1mm wire and wrap it around to make it look like a gold bangle or something going around her arms at the connection point. And I still might do that on the other one just to, you know, secure a bit more. But still, anyway, and that's to dry and look for the part that I need to fix this, and I'll come back to you then. Well, so a few things have just happened. I was looking through the Seeker box. I picked one box up and said, right, I'm going to look for the Allurus claws, which is this type of thing. Okay. And then I started trying to glue it on, and I realised I should have waited until it's fully dry. As you can see, it's a little bit of wet paint on there. And in the process of doing that, the other arm come off. So now I have to think about what I'm going to do with this model now, because I don't have the time to sit around and wait for it all to dry and then start trying to glue these arms back together, and oh, it's frustrating. So what I'm going to do with this girl for now is I'm going to cap her to one side, shelf her as it were, wait for her to dry. I'll probably start, it's too late to do the Marines as well, because there's 10 of these guys. It's too late to do those, there's 10 of those. and this guy needs a grey sear primer on himself. Ah, that's frustrating. Right, so I'm going to prime him anyway, and then I don't know what to do then. See what happens. I'm going to prime him, and I'm going to wait for her to finish drying, and then try and glue that claw arm back on, and then look for. I don't even think I'll be able to glue the other arm back on. It's absolutely annoying, absolutely frustrating, because that is the point that goes on. This little pin that goes into a little tiny hole. It's so annoying to try and put in. I think when I put two of them together, it took me hours. But anyway, I'm going to prime him, and then once his primer's dried, we'll see where we're at. I'll try and glue her back together and see where I'm at then. If I'm struggling to get her on there, it's taking too long and I'm losing time, he's primed, we'll probably go straight for him. So if that's the scenario, she's taking too long, there's 10 of these guys, there's not enough time to get all 10 of them done. I don't want to do 5 and then do another 5 later on. I'd rather just get them all done in one go. There's one thing I am sick of. This is my own fault. Of having, say, like a unit of 10 of these guys and getting, say, 2 of them painted on camera because I'm pressed against time, and then struggling to get time to get the rest of them done off camera. So anyway, that's the plan. Just prime him, try and glue her back together after she's fully dried painting, after the paint's fully dried. Definitely claw arm. If I can't glue the other arm back on, then I'll have an alternative setup ready to go. Then if it does take, and I can undercoat the 2 bits that I put on, if I had to put a new bit on, then I can carry on with her. If not, it'll probably be the big beastie here, just because this, once he's been graced here, this is going to be, it's going to be, you know, a lot of contrast paint and it's still going to take a long time to paint him, but it'd be a lot easier for me to paint him in the time that I would have left rather than 10 Space Marines. So anyway, let me crack on with it. Right, so as you would have already seen, Monday's painting video was the winged Hive Tyrant, just standing just until I get this sorted out. This is going to take a bit more work than I thought it would. So what I've done here is I glued the Seeker arm on. It doesn't look fantastic to me, but it's, you know, it'll do for now. What I've done with this other arm is I've glued it on to the standard arm. Now I'm thinking if I can actually glue it where are we going? It's going on the back here. If I can glue it in something like that, I don't know, this does look very weird, but it does give you loads of arms and still looks pretty cool. But what I want to do is I want to take a bit of this galvanized wire. Okay, this is 1mm thick, so it's very, very thin. I'll take some of this and I can pin it to the staff, just the banner pole, of it coming off to the ground and just hitting the ground. That gives you a point of contact to the ground and a point of contact to the model. Now I was thinking about snipping a piece off, drilling a hole and gluing it into the hole and then gluing that on, but this isn't thick enough to do that with. So anyway, there's no point me just talking through it. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. Right, so I don't know, I haven't looked at the replay and the Hyperlax, speeding up version yet, but that's where the wire was originally. So I put super glue there, and then when I actually attached the arm, it was slightly offside. So okay, look, I use the super glue on the brush first of all, and then I used to just drop the super glue, squeeze out the normal super glue tube. I have to leave that to dry now. I've also dropped some glue in on the join there. It doesn't seem to be the best join, it's slightly off. I'm going to fiddle with that because that is slightly off of the body. There's a little tiny gap that I can see. But then I'm going to wait for that to dry. Okay, then what I'm going to do is come in with Astro Granite texture paint, which I put on my demons anyway, and just cover that over. Okay, then undercoat these pieces black, and then bring them up to the same as what I've done the rest of them, and then I'll come back to painting this bad boy. It's actually looking at what I need to do actually is longer than what I thought it would take me to do, but anyway, she will be done. Right, so here's where we're at with this lady now. So I've repaired the arms on, I've washed, I painted them black. I then come in with youth and grey and done the, actually I think I don't come in with white scars, not youth and grey, and then just washed it down. So I've got the stuff to do, her body, her head, and there's starts to be a bit of energy coming down from her. Now I was thinking about this. Now this gives me a good point of contact on the base, but also connects it to the staff. So if the arm does pop off, the staff should, with that on the base, should hold it in place. So I can just drop a little bit of glue into it. So the next thing I'm going to do is come in with some Retributor armor. Obviously I have Astro Granite texture paint the base as well, just so that's ready to go. I needed to cover, start covering up a little coil. Now what I'm going to do with this first thing is going to get her slashy symbol on top. Make that really pop off and start to stand out. I'm going to get her a crown on her head, the big massive crown that's hanging off of her. I'm actually going to get all of this as well. Not the chest piece, just the rest of this around her waist. Goes all the way around, so I'm going to get it all the way around. I'm going to get this as well. There's a skull hanging off the top of it. I'm going to paint all of that and the bottom part of this as well. So I'm going to crack on with that off camera. Right, so next I'm going to come in with some corn red. And what I'm going to do with this colour, very simple. I'm going to paint the banners hanging off of a standard. This is going to break a lot of the gold up as well. Right, the next colour I'm going to come in with is going to be some Emperor's Children. What I'm going to do with this colour, I'm going to paint her body armour. Now it is a layer paint, so it is going to go on bright and dial itself down. I'll crack on with that. Right, so next I'm going to come in with some Lothern Blue. what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to pour it down a little bit more, and I'll run it along the wire. I'm going to do here as well. So I'm going to step it on the ground here. And don't panic, because Lafayette Blue is a layer paint, so it will go on bright but dull itself down. I'll leave that to dry. I might need to give it another little, say, a thin coat, but not as thin as the first coat I put onto it. Right, so for all intents and purposes, she is about ready. What that means is I can put it on the table and away we go. So what I do now is I take it beyond Battle Ready standard. Now this could be an edge highlight, it could be a wash, it could be contrast paint, technical paint, I could be using layer paints, I could wet blend. There's so many different things to do. The first thing I'm going to do though is come in with some pink horror. Okay, I'm going to dry brush this. Now I say this now before I start doing it. If I dry brush it and arms start falling off, I'll still put the video up, but I'll put her down and just leave her for until I'm you know, a bit longer until I have the patience to sort her out. So I'm going to take some on my brush onto some tissue, and I'm going to dry brush. I don't want to get her arm or nothing. I see the hand just move a bit horribly. So I am expecting something to fall. I don't want it to. I'm not going as vigorously as I would normally. We get her trousers as well. It's a lovely looking effect. Now, I'm not going to sit and do all of this on camera. I'm going to go off camera and do it off camera now, just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. Get her legs as well, actually. A little quick brush down. Right, I think for her clothing on the top, I should maybe have gone with pink horror first, and then done the Emperor's Children over the top dry brush, but that doesn't matter. Now I'm going to come with some Agrax Earthshade. This is a wash, so it's a very simple. Move over this so I don't spill it everywhere. I want to show you something here. At the bottom here of our cloak, there's a little bit of glue holding it to the base. Same there. That actually saved it because this is quite bouncy forward. Anyway, what I'm going to do with this is just wash down all the gold. I'm going to dull it down quite a good bit, especially on the crown and up here. I don't need to show you all this on camera. And there we have her. She's done. So I think with the body armour there, I should have gone with the pink horror first, then come with the Emperor's. It's not an issue though, but I think the robes look absolutely fantastic. Really just popped off nicely with that combination. I'm glad she's done. I mean, I might actually come in with some. Actually, I'm going to do that. Actually, yeah, screw it. Let's do it now, live on camera. Get some Screaming Skull, because everything looks better with Screaming Skull dry brush. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance to do, but get some of my brush onto my tissue. I'm going to come in and just dry brush. A bit too much, I think. To find her face a little bit more. I don't think her robes need anything. Give a little touch in the middle actually. Let's have a little look at what it looks like. Actually, no, the middle one's fine. Right, there we go. Now that's obviously a bit bright. That still looks bright because it's not dried down yet. Right, it's pretty much dried down, but it's just, I don't know, I hope I haven't just messed it up. I know the camera's still rolling, I do apologise guys. Wait a little tiny bit. What I've done here is I just wet the brush and I'm just moving it around. What I have to do, I think maybe I've missed that. Not saying that Scream Skull dry brush isn't great, but I just think I just messed it up on that. Too much on there, but anyway. This model's finally, this pain in the ass model's finally done. Now don't get me wrong, when I this is an alternative sculpt that I saw and I was like, oh, that would be great if it was to use as a Great Demon Slanesh. When I printed it, I didn't realise the points of connection were so small. Instead of being male female pin and hole, it was just a nook and a groove. I didn't realise that until I printed it. But I started putting it together, a bit of a pain, but it went together. Obviously the shenanigans that happened at the beginning of this video. So anyway, thanks for watching guys, and thanks for being patient because this is meant to be Monday's painting video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button because it costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube shares this video to more and more people, which makes this incredible community of you guys grow even more. If you want to support the channel even further, there is a join button below. You can click on that and become a member of the channel with various different perks. Anyway guys, comments for this model, check on below as always. Until next time, thanks for watching. Hit the buttons for me. Take it easy.